As bloggers, one of the main revenue streams that many of us focus on is affiliate marketing. And typically, bloggers will promote their affiliate links in their blog content, which is great. But there are so many other ways to promote your affiliate links and increase your affiliate income. And I want to share one of those today. This strategy is super simple and quick to set up, and it can be very, very powerful. And that is creating a resources page. Now, just for a quick definition, a resources page is a page where you share your recommendations as it relates to your blog niche, your blog mission. The thing is, and the way this is profitable is you want to share affiliate links where possible so that you earn a commission when people purchase through this page. Something really, really important. You always want to, of course, make sure you have your disclosure at the top of the page so that people know there are affiliate links and they won't be able to actually click a resource. Won't be able to click one of your affiliate links without knowing it's an affiliate link. Okay, so now that you know what a resources page is, I want to go over a step-by-step strategy to help you see success with this. But first, I want to direct your attention to the video description or the QR code on your screen, where I've shared a link to my free Travel Blogger resource library. Inside, you'll snag access to 75 plus resources, from cheat sheets to workbooks to workshops to video tutorials that can help you truly turn your blog into a profitable business. And that includes a Create a Resources Page cheat sheet to pair with today's video. I am all about implementation, and I really want to make sure that you don't just watch this video and forget about it, but that you actually use what is shared to make your blogging life easier. Feel free to even pause this video to go grab those resources. You back? Then let's dive in. So let's kick things off with step number 1 of our strategy. Consider what your audience sees you as an expert on, because you want to be able to organically and authentically and naturally promote this resource list on your website. You want to think about, like I said, what people see you as an expert on, what the mission of your blog is, as in who you help and how, and what people often ask you about. Because likely, if not yet, as you blog more, as you create more content, as you gain visibility, people will start asking you for your recommendations as it relates to your niche. If you're covering solo travel like I do, I often get people asking me, hey, Jessie, what are your recommendations for staying safe on the road? If you are an RV travel blogger, what tools, resources can I use to get set up for success with my RV? So think about that. I'll show you one example here. I showed you my travel one before. Now here you see one for my bloggers because my audience is segmented. I have a solo travel audience, I have NYC travelers, and I have my travel bloggers. So all the time I'm getting people asking, hey, Jessie, what is your favorite keyword research tool? What is your favorite social scheduler? All those types of things. So I created a resource list. And we'll talk about promotion later, but I can promote this on my website. I can also promote it to my students because I have blogging courses. I can promote it to people who join my email list. Again, we'll go over this in a bit, but you can get a sense of what this looks like. And you'll also notice that it's quite a different design as before. We will also talk about design because you're not limited to a specific design when it comes to a resources page. So once you know the theme of your resources page, you can move on to step number 2. Create a list of the products you want to include and apply for any necessary affiliate programs. So when you're thinking about what products to include, consider products and services that you use and love as it relates to your mission and your niche. Products and services that would benefit your audience as it relates to your mission and your niche. And also the questions that your audience asks you. And what products and services could be a resource, could be an answer for them. Now, with these products and services, you might already be an affiliate for many of them, but there might be some that you still need to join the program. So you want to do that. You can research, usually, just in Google or your search engine of choice, search the brand name and affiliate program to see if an application comes up. You could also reach out to the affiliate to see if they have an application somewhere. If they do, great. I'll share a little tip in a moment about that. But if they don't, see if they're still willing to work with you using a referral coupon. I do this with my NYC Photo Journeys brand. I'm pointing out the window to the New York skyline as if you could see that. But what I do, because my platform doesn't have a built-in affiliate program, is if people say they want to promote my tours, if bloggers, influencers want to do that, I'll create a branded promo code, and if it gets used, I will manually track it and then pay them out. So there does need to be a little bit of a trust element there. You're either hoping the brand lets you know when the promo code gets used, or you want to regularly be reaching out to check in. But it is an option. If they have an affiliate program application, amazing. Fill it out. And something I get asked a lot is, oh, I've been applying, or I'm a little bit newer. Should I wait? How can I increase my chances of being accepted into the program? First of all, make sure you do have a good amount of content on your site. If you have a brand new site with just like a handful of blog posts, I would wait, because the brand will likely look to see what your content looks like to get a sense of what your brand is and what you are creating. But I wanted to point out this box, many affiliates have this on the application. Fill that out. Let them know that you're a huge fan, that you use and love their product or service, that you know your audience would be a perfect fit, and let them know why. This can help you also increase your chances of being accepted. Okay, so at this point, you know what you want your resources page to focus on. You have your list of products. You've applied for the necessary affiliate programs. Now you can move on to the next step, which is to do keyword research. This is totally optional. There are other ways to promote this page. We will talk about that. It's different than a blog post where you're typically really doing that keyword research and trying to get it to rank. If your resources page ranks, that's great. But if it doesn't, no worries. You can still see success with this. But I did want to show you how it can rank. So I went into Google and I put RV travel resources here. So we have the top piece. But if you look, we've got a travel links and resources for RVers here. That'll be some resources there. We've got a resource guide here. We've got RV travel links and resources. So you can see that it can rank, but just don't make it the be all end all in terms of, oh man, I do solo travel, but I did keyword research and solo travel resources is really hard to rank for, so I don't want to create that. Still create it if that's what your niche is and that's what your audience asks you about. Moving on to the next step in our strategy, design your resources page. This way, you can collect all of the necessary visual and text assets. And if you're in an affiliate program, many times they will have those visual assets for you ready to go, or you'll have an affiliate marketing program manager who can grab those for you. Even if you're not in the affiliate program, let's say there's a product that you just want to promote and you're not in the affiliate program, just reach out to them and see if they have any imagery you could use, or even better, take your own photos. This allows you to be really authentic with your audience and show how you use the product, that you're not just promoting it because it offers a high commission, but that you truly use it and love it. Now, you saw 2 pages from my site, my blogging resources, which was just text-based, and then you saw my travel resources, which had some imagery. Now, let me show you an example from Wandering Earl. He does it with imagery. You see the disclosure there. But a little bit different. Instead of the images on top and then the text below, the imagery is on the left and the text is on the right. And this is something I do too. I like to separate the sections just to make it a little bit easier for people to find what they might be looking for. Here's another example, Salt in Our Hair, one of the most beautiful travel blogs I've ever seen. I love their site. So they have their main travel resources page where they have the accommodation, travel insurance, finding cheap flights, transportation, purchasing a visa, all the things. Then if you go to the bottom here, over here actually, our photography gear. So they also have this more niche resources page. I'm sure with their gorgeous photography, they get asked all the time, what camera do you use? What lenses? So they have this list ready to go for people. And it's, people don't even need to ask them, email them, whatever, because it's linked in their footer. So you might be looking at their blog and saying, oh, their images are gorgeous. I want to know the gear they use. You'll be able to easily find this list, hopefully, and get their gear, and then they'll earn affiliate commission on that too. And even in this list, you can see some of their amazing images, and you're going to get more excited to use the gear that they are using. Now, going back to this idea of having themed resource pages where maybe it's not like about your whole niche, like sustainable travel or solo travel, but about subtopics that you get asked about a lot. Nomadic Matt does this. In his menu, he actually links his booking resources, favorite travel companies, accommodations, flights, my favorite hostels, hotels, walking tours, travel credit cards, etc. So you could also do individual lists as well. And again, if you want to try to optimize them to rank, you could try that too. But it's another option in terms of designing your pages. And if we want to look at one, we'll just go into favorite travel companies. Here how this looks. And then I know one looks a little bit different. I believe it's my favorite hostels from around the world. He even has individual guides to each destination. This is a great SEO practice. So there are different ways that you can do this. And some of these might actually be written as blog posts and not pages, but it's still the same idea of recommendations. On that note, let's move on to step number 5, create your resources page and promote it. Now, you can promote this page like you would a blog post, in your popular content across your channels. But the beauty of this resources page is hopefully it'll be something that your audience is actually looking for, or at least when you put it in front of them, they'll think, oh, I want to check that out. I'm curious what they recommend. So let me show you some of the most important placements. The first place you absolutely want to put your resources page is in your main menu. So I have my travel one, in the Let's Travel section right at the top where it says Travel Essentials. You click that and you will be taken to this page. If you don't have a whole list of things you could put there, you could also say resources. You could have it right in the menu, however you want to do it. But you want it to be easily findable to people no matter where they are on your site. Whether they're reading blog post X or blog post Y, they can find that resources list. Additionally, I recommend putting it in your automated welcome email sequence that you send to your new email subscribers. I put it in every welcome email that I send, sometimes also in other emails in the sequence. But what I definitely like to do, because your welcome email is typically one of your most opened emails, so in the email itself, I'll have a link. And then I always like to do a PS with the list there. And check out how I say, need recommendations for setting up your blog. This is the blogging resource list. I recommend bookmarking this list that shares my favorite tools and resources. And I give a few quick recommendations. I love recommending that people bookmark this because it is something that I regularly update. And I also want people to have it handy in case they're thinking, oh, I could use a new keyword research tool, or I could use, I'm looking to launch my first course. I wonder what platform Jesse uses. And speaking of courses and products, here is a view of my How to Land Paid Press Trips for Travel Bloggers course. And you can see that the second tab, Travel Blogger Resource List, that would take people to the list. I have that list linked in every course, every membership, every product I create. I am letting my students and my clients know about my resource list. And let me show you another example of this. Here we are in Peak Pro. This is the platform I use for my NYC photo tours and photo shoots. And what you're seeing here is an example of the confirmation email that people get once they book. The top of the email says, the activity, the start time, the date, all those essential details. But on the bottom, I do make some recommendations. You'll need to book travel insurance, need, to book your hotel. Here's a full list. Looking for other fun experiences. Here is a full list. So another example, it's not like a full recommendations page. I do on my NYC photo journey site have an NYC discounts and recommendations page. But I just wanted to give you another example of sharing recommendations with your audience, particularly in the places where they're looking for them, or where you're really getting in front of them in ways where they would want your recommendations. I have a good idea that someone who booked a tour with me, they're coming to New York, they're planning a trip, so it's the perfect time to share these recommendations. Someone who is taking one of my blogging courses, or who just grabbed one of my educational blogging opt-in freebies, is likely going to want to know my recommended blogging tools. Maybe they're just starting a blog, or maybe they're trying to grow a blog, and they're thinking, okay, I want to start growing traffic. What tools can help me do that? Oh, I want to launch a product. What tools can help me do that? Maybe they're reading a blog post on my site and they're thinking, oh, wow, she travels a lot. I really enjoyed her content. I wonder what her favorite safety essentials are as a solo female traveler. I wonder what her favorite booking platforms are, or what backpack she uses when she goes hiking, things like that. Now, the last step in our strategy that I want to share before we get into some final tips is step number 6, regularly update your resources page. Over time, certain brands might change programs. Maybe some of those links are going to be dead. Maybe some products are no more. Maybe there's certain products that you no longer use or recommend, or maybe there are new products and services you want to add to the list. Just make sure it's always up to date, especially since it's going to be promoted in these high visibility places. Now, one frequently asked question that comes up a lot is, why not just link your Amazon influencer storefront? So let me cover that a little bit. Really quick, I know it gets a little bit confusing. Amazon Associates, Amazon Influencer, is that the same or different? They are different. If you're currently an Amazon affiliate through the Amazon Associates program, you will need to apply separately to become an Amazon influencer and get your own storefront. So if you want to, not mandatory. But this is the public view of my personal Amazon influencer storefront, and it basically creates a shop for you. So I had actually another content creator create some content for me. So that's why I'm not the only one in these videos. But part of the program is you can record shoppable videos, and those can be lucrative. You can create, where are my lists? Here we go. You can create idea lists. So I have travel books by women, travel must-haves, safari essentials, cute travel dresses, all these different things. Oops, I have 2 travel books lists. I'm just noticing that. Let's combine those. But anyway, you can create these themed lists, and then you can promote the whole storefront, or you can promote specific lists in content where it makes sense. For example, when I went on a Tanzania safari this year, in my Tanzania posts, I was linking this idea list for my storefront. And this storefront is great. I really love it. I do well with the influencer program. I'm very happy with it, especially creating those shoppable videos. But you will be limited to Amazon products in that list. So the reason I like doing the resource page the other way I've been showing you is you can pull products and services from all different platforms, all different booking services and actual physical products and travel insurance, all these different things from different places, and put them on one page. So that's why I'd recommend that. But that doesn't mean you can't also promote your Amazon influencer storefront if you have one. So as I showed you, I have my travel essentials here. If you come to my shop, I link my Amazon favorites. So this will take you to my Amazon influencer storefront. Also in my link in bio tool, I have it there. And like I said, I promote a lot of my Amazon influencer content, those idea lists specifically, in related posts where it makes sense. So don't be afraid to create the resources page we've been going over and the Amazon influencer storefront, and use both where it makes the most sense. All right, now I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to create a resources page that helps you increase your affiliate income. Don't forget to grab access to the free Travel Blogger resource library linked in the video description or via the QR code on your screen. There are a ton of resources in there on growing your community and increasing your blogging profits, including a Create a Resources page cheat sheet based on today's video. And of course, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos sharing these strategies for bloggers who want to turn their blogs into profitable full-time businesses. Happy blogging!